Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the 4th week of the January month. Session will be quite interesting. Do pay attention till the end. Also friends, do make notes. They will be very beneficial for your revision perspective, as in this video for the 4th week of the month of January we will be discussing these points. Let's start. First is PM Narendra Modi participated in the Pran Pratishtha ceremony of Shri Ram Lalla idol in the newly built Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir in Ayodhya. First of all, you need to remember the location where this new Mandir has been, Ram Mandir has been established. It is in Ayodhya, UP. Then if we talk about this Shri Ram Lalla idol, this is a 51-inch or we can say 4.2 feet long Ram Lalla idol that was placed in the sanctum of the temple, that was sculpted by. So question asked here is this Ram Lalla idol was sculpted by whom? So this was sculpted by Arun Yogiraj. Right, take a note of this. It was sculpted by Arun Yogiraj. Next, also remember this temple is being constructed by L&T, right? Ram Mandir is being constructed by L&T. Next, in which state the 11th edition of India-Kyrgyzstan Joint Special Force Exercise Khanjar 2024 commenced in January 2024. So this exercise Khanjar was held in Himachal Pradesh, right? Khanjar. This is the 11th edition of this exercise, and this Khanjar exercise is held between India and Kyrgyzstan. Right? Take a note of this. And this is the 11th edition of this exercise. Moving on, name the scheme that recently launched to provide rooftop solar power systems to 1 crore households. What is the name of that scheme? It is Pradhan Mantri Suryodaya Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Suryodaya Yojana, and this is the scheme that was launched to provide solar energy to the household. Basically, solar panels will be established or set up at the roofs of the households, and they will be generating electricity, and even the household will be getting the benefit out of it. So this the scheme is Pradhan Mantri Suryodaya Yojana. Next, which of the following additional services have not been notified by the Ministry of Finance at India's first international financial service center, that is at GIFT City in January? First of all, remember, where is this GIFT City? This is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Now the question asked here is, which of the following additional services have not been notified by the Ministry of Finance at India's first IFSC GIFT City? So which among the following have not been notified? It is data storage, right? Data storage facility is not there. financial crime compilation, taxation, accounting and bookkeeping is there. If we talk about data centers, remember Noida, that is in UP, is coming out to be one of the major centers of data center. Even if you remember Lucknow, that is in UP, will be becoming the first AI city in India, right? Lucknow. Next, name the company that has recently launched India's first indigenously generative AI large language model called Bharat GPT. That is, GPT is your generative pre-trained transformers. So now the question asked here is, name the company that launched India's first indigenously generative AI LLM, that is large language model called Bharat GPT. It is CoreOver.ai. Even if you remember Bharat GPT, it was a tie-up between Jio and IIT Bombay, right? It was expected. There was a news also that Jio will be collaborating with IIT Bombay students to set up this Bharat GPT. Next, which of the following Indian badminton players have recently won silver medal in the men's double of Yonex Sunrise India Open 2024 held in New Delhi? So what is that Indian players, or what is the name of those Indian players? They are Swastik Sairaj Ranik Reddy and Chirag Sethi, right? They were runner-ups. That means silver medal. That is second position. Correct. And this Yonex Sunrise India was held in New Delhi from 16 to 21st of January. Next, which country hosted the Asian Football Confederations Asia Cup 2024 in January? It is Qatar. Correct. Qatar hosted AFC Asian Cup 2024. Mark this. Next, in January 2024, Ministry of Finance hiked the import duties on gold and silver fines and coins of precious metals to dash from the existing 10%. So, for the import duties on gold and silver fines and coins of precious metals were increased from 10% to 15%. Next, right option here becomes option 1. Next, which company has recently received the approval from the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas to establish a wholly owned subsidiary company for green energy and gas business? It is ONGC. Oil and Natural Gas Corporation has received the approval from Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas to establish a wholly owned subsidiary company for green energy and gas business. Next, in which city the 9th edition of the India International Science Festival was held in January 2024? It is Faridabad, Haryana. Take a note of this, important. In Faridabad, Haryana, the 9th edition of India International Science Festival was held, and Faridabad is in Haryana. Right? Take a note of this. Next, which company has recently signed a term sheet agreement with IHI Corporation to supply 0.4 million metric tons per annum of green ammonia from Odisha, India to Japan? It is ACME Group, right? They have recently signed a term sheet agreement with IHI Corporation, and it is to supply 0.4 million metric tons per annum of green ammonia from Odisha, India to Japan. Then this agreement will basically help in lowering the greenhouse gas emissions, and it will offset almost 54 million tons of CO2 that is released in the atmosphere. So this won't be released. Next, Union Minister of Home Affairs Amit Shah inaugurated and addressed the 5th International and 44th All India Criminology Conference at National Forensic Science University. And question asked here is, where is this NFSU? NFSU is where? This is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Right? Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So remember, Amit Shah inaugurated and addressed the 5th edition of International and 44th edition of all India, that is, it was the 5th edition at the international level, whereas the 44th edition at the national level of the All India Criminology Conference at National Forensic Science University, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Name the India-Egypt Joint Special Force Exercise that was commenced in Egypt in January. What is the name of the exercise? It is Exercise Cyclone 2. Right? Cyclone 2. That means it was the second edition of this exercise. It was between India and Egypt. Then remember the location. Where was this exercise held? The location is Egypt. In Egypt, this exercise was held. Correct? And it was started from 22nd of Jan till 1st of Feb. Right option, option 1. Next, name the insurance company that has recently launched two new products, that is Saral Savdhan Supreme and Smart Savdhan Supreme. Which is that organization? It is SBI Life Insurance. They have launched Saral Savdhan Supreme and Smart Savdhan Supreme. These products caters to the insurance needs of individuals and fulfill their financial commitments. Next, which of the following Indian cricketers who have recently won the Best Men's International Cricketer and Best Women's International Cricketer of the year 22-23 respectively? So, Shubham Gill and Deepti Sharma. Right? Shubham Gill, he has won the Best Men's International Cricketer Award for the year 22 and 23. And Deepti Sharma, she won the Best Women's International Cricketer Award for 22-23. Right? Then remember, this Best Men's International Cricketer is also known as Polly Umrigar Award. Polly Umrigar Award. Next, these awards were presented by BCCI. How many medals have won by India in the Asian Shotgun Championship 2024 held in Kuwait in Jan 2024? So India won a total of how many medals? 8 medals at the Asian Shotgun Championship. This Asian Shotgun Championship, where was this held? This was held in Kuwait. What was the rank of India here with 8 medals? So India secured 5th position here with 8 medals, and China secured 1st position here with a total of 13 medals. So India won, question asked is how many medals? So India won a total of 8 medals and the position here of India was 5th position. Next, what was the theme of UN International Day of Education 2024 that was observed across the globe on 24th of January? What is the theme here? Theme being learning for lasting peace. This is the theme for the UN International Day of Education that was observed across the globe on 24th of January. And remember, the first ever edition was observed in the year 2019. Next, as of January, HSBC Asset Management predicts that Indian bonds will attract $100 billion of foreign inflows due to global bond index inclusion. I repeat, according to HSBC AMC, they predicted that Indian bonds will attract $100 billion of foreign inflows due to global bond index inclusion. Option 5 is right. Right? Also remember, India became a favorite market for Wall Street investors, and India has been attracted one of the world's fastest rates of economic growth. And we are seeing that all the countries that are right now in recession or there is a news of recession, but in India we are seeing a growth of 6 to 7%. Even right now, if we talk about China, our neighbor, in China there is a chance of heavy recession. We are seeing the stocks are falling, right? The spending power has been decreased. Even the latest crisis of China is your liquidation of Evergrande. Evergrande is one of the biggest real estate developers in China, and Hong Kong has recently announced that they will be now liquidating this Evergrande because of the heavy loans they have and because of the properties. They took money from various investors from China and they have not even delivered those projects. So now liquidation is happening. So coming back to the point that India is one of the most important growing market globally, we can see. Next, which of the following countries along with India have recently conducted the exercise Desert Night, that is a trilateral Air Force exercise. So this exercise Desert Night, this exercise is conducted between India, USA, no, India, UAE and France, right? These are the three countries. That is the reason it is known as trilateral Air Force exercise. Then next question can be asked is that this exercise Desert Night is exercise of which force? So it is an Air Force exercise, right? So option here becomes both second and third, that is Oman, that is UAE and France along with India conducted this exercise. Then from Indian side, Sukhoi 30, Mark 1, then MiG 29, Jaguar, they took part in this exercise. Moving on, which of the following organization along with the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare have recently launched the investment forum for advancing climate resilient agriculture food systems in India? So which are those two organizations? Food and Agriculture Organization FAO, that is an arm of United Nations, and Niti Aayog. They together, these two organizations, they together recently partnered with Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and they have launched the investment forum for advancing climate resilient agriculture food systems in India, right? Moving on, name the company that has recently signed a contract worth 1070 crore rupees with the Ministry of Defence for the acquisition of 14 FPV. FPV are your fast patrolling vessels and they will be delivered to the Indian Coast Guard. So which is that company that has signed a contract for 1070 crore rupees for these 14 FPVs for Indian Coast Guard? It is Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, right? Mark this and remember these FPVs are designed and developed by Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, that is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So 14 such FPVs will be delivered to Indian Coast Guard. Name the insurance company that has recently launched Swag pension plan with customizable annuity option. Which is that company that have launched this Swag pension plan? It was launched by Max Life Insurance, right? They have launched this Swag pension plan. Next, according to the report titled Finances of Panchayati Raj Institutions released by RBI in January, the own revenues of the panchayats account for only -% of their total revenues. So coming back, according to the title of this report released by RBI, the own revenues of the panchayat accounts for only how much percent? Just 1.1% of the total revenues. This is saying these panchayats, the amount they are generating is just 1.1% of the amount that is being spent by them or spent by the government on these panchayats, right? Next, in January, SEBI released the framework for OFS of shares to employees through stock exchange mechanism such as your BSE and NSE. As per the framework, the maximum bid amount shall be dash amount. So the maximum bid amount shall be 5 lakh rupees, right? And the notified provisions will come into effect from 30th day, that is 22nd of Feb 2024 of the issuance of the circular, right? And the maximum bid here is 5 lakh rupees. Each employee is eligible for allotment of equity shares of up to 2 lakh rupees. Who has been recently awarded with the Bharatratna, India's highest civilian award, posthumously? So Karpuri Thakur has been recently honored with Bharatratna, that is the India's highest civilian award, but he was honored posthumously. If we talk about Karpuri Thakur, remember he is the former Chief Minister of Bihar. He was also a social leader and he became the 49th recipient of Bharat Ratna, correct? And 15 individual to receive it posthumously. Recently, Advani ji will also be receiving Bharatratna, that is in news right now. Next, CCI has recently approved the acquisition of around 38% of the paid up share capital of Dash Company by JSW Ventures Singapore Pte Limited. That is MG Motors India Private Limited, right? Mark this important. CCI approved the acquisition of 38% of the share of capital of MG Motors in India by JSW Ventures Singapore Private Limited. Next, when was the National Voters Day 2024 observed across India? So it is on 25th of January. Every year we observe National Voters Day. And in 2024, this year, it was the 14th edition of the National Voters Day that was observed. Correct? And remember, the theme for this National Voters Day is nothing like voting, I vote for sure. I repeat, nothing like voting, I vote for sure. This is the theme for 2024 as well as this was the theme for 2023 also. Next thing, remember, ECI Election Commission of India appointed national icon. Two national icons were appointed, Sachin Tendulkar and Rajkumar Rao. Next, name the Indian Wushu athlete who recently won the Wushu Sandha Athlete of the Year Award 2023. First of all, remember this athlete. What is the name of that athlete? Roshibina Devi Nauram. Correct. Remember, question can be asked that Roshibina Devi Nauram, she is related to which sport? She is related to Wushu, and recently she has won the Wushu Sandha Athlete of the Year Award 2023. Next, Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi launched the development projects worth more than 19,100 crore rupees in Dash district. So these projects worth 19,100 crore rupees were launched in the Bulandshahr, UP. Right? These projects include rail projects, road development, ONGC projects, that oil and natural gas, then the development of housing in rural areas. Next, name the schemes or programs of the Ministry of Rural Development that was been recently renewed a 5-year MOU with the Lady Irwin College, that is in the University of Delhi, for the Roshni. Roshni is basically, what is Roshni? You should know. What does Roshni stands for? First of all, tell me what is the full form or what is this Roshni? So remember, Roshnis are the center of women collective led social action works, and they basically works to empower the women. Correct? They help them in the food sector, nutrition, health, water, sanitation, etc. Right? So coming back, remember, name the scheme or program that recently of the Ministry of Rural Development that has recently signed MOU, a 5-year MOU with Lady Irwin College for Roshni Center of Women Collectives and Social Action. What is the name of that program? It is Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission. Right? During this 5-year term of this MOU, remember, Ministry of Rural Development, they will collaborate with Roshni to enhance the result of food, nutrition, health, wash for the rural communities. Next, which insurance company recently launched iSelect Guaranteed Future Plus? So this iSelect Guaranteed Future Plus, this was launched by which insurance company? It is Canara HSBC Life Insurance Company. The policy offers 4 different plans that are endowment option, regular income option, early income option and long-term income with return of premium options. Next, the City of London Corporation honored Dash, an Indian-born lawyer in the UK, with Freedom of the City of London Award. Remember the name of this award, that is Freedom of the City of London Award. And who is that individual, who is that Indian-born lawyer who was honored with this award? So Ajit Mishra. Right? The City of London Corporation honored Ajit Mishra, an Indian-born lawyer. He was awarded with the Freedom of the City of London Award as he practices both in the Indian courts and Indian law as well as the UK law. Right? And here Ajit Mishra, he had done various efforts and he has basically strengthened the relationship between India and London. Next, Indian Navy, in collaboration with BrahMos Aerospace Private Limited, test fired an extended range BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. Question asked here is BrahMos supersonic cruise missile extended range. This ER means extended range. This is an improved variant of the basic BrahMos missile with a range of around dash kilometers. So the earlier version of the BrahMos missile, it used to range between 290 to 350 kilometers. This new extended range of BrahMos has a range of around 450 to 500 kilometers. So right option here becomes option 5. Then remember, this BrahMos missile is a joint venture between India and Russia. We have done this multiple times. And Philippines, it became the first nation to procure these BrahMos missiles from India. Next, which company has recently become India's first AI startup to reach unicorn status? So, for the year 2024, which is the first Indian startup that has reached a unicorn status, that is Krutrim, right? It is an AI startup. Krutrim is an artificial intelligence startup. This was launched by Ola founder and chairman Bhavesh Agrawal, and he has raised $50 million at a valuation of $1 billion. And this round was raised by Matrix Partners India. Correct? And what is the unicorn status? When the value reaches $1 billion. Next, name the cricketer who recently became the fastest to score 300 runs in first class cricket during the Ranji Trophy match. Tanmay Agrawal. Tanmay Agrawal is the cricketer who became the fastest to score 300 runs in the first class cricket during the Ranji Trophy match. Don't confuse it with Tanmay Bhatt, alright? Tanmay Agrawal. This match was between Hyderabad and Arunachal Pradesh, and it was on 26th of January 2024. Okay, tell me, on 26th of January, who was the chief guest? President of France, Emmanuel Macron. Next, which organization has recently launched a 7-year, $100 million principal protected plastic waste reduction linked bond? I repeat, name the organization that has recently launched a 7-year, $100 million principal protected plastic waste reduction linked bond. Name of the company here is World Bank, or name of the organization is World Bank. Basically, this amount that will be launched here, this $100 million that will be collected through these bonds, will be used to reduce the plastic pollution and to basically make our processes globally sustainable. And we know that these plastics, they go into oceans, they impact the oceans biosphere, right? So in order to protect that ecosystem, these bonds were launched. Next, name the company that has recently signed an MOU with NIIFL to boost renewable energy and infrastructure financing in India. Which is that company? Tell me. Name that company that has recently signed an MOU with NIIFL to boost renewable energy and infrastructure financing in India. It is REC Limited, right? NIIFL and REC Limited, they signed an MOU, correct? And they will be investing towards renewable energy sectors and various infrastructure projects that will be catering to sustainable development goals. Next, in January, Indian cricketer Dash has won the ICC Men's ODI Cricketer of the Year 2023 award, and Surya Kumar Yadav has won the ICC Men's T20 International Cricketer of the Year 2023 for the Dash consecutive year. So remember, Virat Kohli, right? He has won the ICC Men's ODI Cricketer of the Year 2023, and Surya Kumar Yadav, he won the ICC Men's T20 International Cricketer of the Year 2023, and this is for the second term that Surya Kumar Yadav has won this title. So right option is option 2. Next, Shering Togbeh is to become the Prime Minister of Dash country for the second term. So Shering Togbeh, he will be the Prime Minister of Bhutan for the second term. Correct? For the first term, it was 2013 to 2018. Next, Nitish Kumar took oath as the Chief Minister of Bihar for the 9th time. Mark this. right? Nitish Kumar, correct? He's the president of JDU and he became the chief minister of Bihar for the 9th time. Next, RBI announced that the banks cannot impose penalty for non-maintaining minimum balance on accounts that are inappropriate, those that have not recorded any transactions for over 2 years with effect from dash. So it will be from 1st of April 2024. Correct? I repeat, RBI announced that the banks they cannot impose a penalty for not maintaining minimum balance on accounts that are inoperative. It also added that the banks cannot classify accounts created for receiving scholarship money or direct benefit transfers as inoperative even if they have not been used for over 2 years. And these new rules will come into effect from 1st of April 2024. Next, Toyota Motors has recently become the world's top selling automobile maker for 4th consecutive year. I repeat, for the 4th consecutive year, Tata Motors became the world's top selling automobile maker, correct, for the 4th consecutive year. And this was a 7.2% increase was by the robust overseas sales totaling around 8.9 million units globally. Next, which of the following states has recently signed an MOU with Ministry of Jal Shakti for implementation of the modified PKC ERCP link project? It is Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, right? These two states recently signed an MOU with Ministry of Jal Shakti, correct? And it is for basically for the modified Parbati Kalisin Chambal with Eastern Rajasthan Canal project, right? Next, and this project basically this link project is proposed to provide drinking and industrial water to 13 districts of Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh combined. So right option here becomes option 4. Next, which Indian state hosted the inaugural edition of the India-Saudi Arabia joint military exercise Sada Tansik in January? So this exercise Sada Tansik, right? This was an inaugural edition. That means it was the first edition of this exercise. Question asked here is, which is the location where this exercise was hosted? It is Rajasthan. This exercise was hosted in Rajasthan and it will be running till 10th of Feb 2024. This exercise was between the army of these two countries, that is India and Saudi Arabia. Next, Azali Osmani was re-elected as the president of dash country for the 5-term year, right? This was his 4th 5-year term. So Azali Osmani, he was elected as the president of Union of Comoros, right? This is the name of the country for which he has been appointed. Next, in January, which country has simultaneously launched 3 satellites for the first time using 2-stage liquid-fueled Simorgh satellite launch vehicle? It is Iran. Mark this, they have launched this 3 satellites. They were launched for the first time using 2-stage liquid-fueled Simorgh Phoenix satellite launch vehicle SLV. The 3 satellites that you need to remember: Mahada, Keihan 2 and Hatif 1. These are the name of the 3 satellites that were launched. Question can be asked that Mahada satellite was launched by which country? Keihan satellite launched by which country? Hatif launched by which country? So Iran. Next, in January, Indian naval ship Nirupak was decommissioned after 38 years of service to the nation. INS Nirupak belongs to which class? So this INS Nirupak, remember, this belongs to Sandhyak class, and this ship was decommissioned after 38 years of service to the nation. This INS Nirupak was developed by GRSE in 1981 in the month of June, and GRSE is in Kolkata, West Bengal. Next, when was the first ever UN International Day of Clean Energy observed across the globe? So, first ever UN International Day of Clean Energy was observed across the globe on 26th of January 2024. Next, according to the data of Forbes, who overtook Elon Musk as the wealthiest person in the world. So Bernard Arnault, correct? He is the founder and chairman of CEO luxury brand, that is Louis Vuitton, correct? And he took over Elon Musk to become the wealthiest person. Next, which company has recently announced that it has installed a brain implant in its first human patient with promising initial result? So recently we know that Neurolink, this is a company of Elon Musk. They implant chips into the brains that will allow the individuals to do various functions when they have disabilities in their body, right? According to Musk, the first product from the Neurolink will be called telepathy, right? Telepathy, that means the individual who will have this chip implemented, they will be able to use technology using telepathy, right? Using their mind, they will be able to control the devices nearby. So right option here becomes Neuralink, and it is a company of Elon Musk only. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the 4th week of the January month. Now let's move to some revision current affairs that will be beneficial for your learning. If you find the session interesting, all you have to do is like the video first and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. Doing this will motivate me to make better content and then only proceed to the revision part, friends. First, do these two things. Bhupendra Patel, Chief Minister of Gujarat, unveiled the crest of the Indian naval ship Dash, indigenous under construction guided missile destroyer of Project 15B. So remember, it is INS Surat, right? Bhupendra Patel, Chief Minister of Gujarat, unveiled the crest of the Indian naval ship Surat that is indigenously being built and it is under construction. It is a guided missile destroyer of the Project 15B. Next, which state or UT police has recently introduced a global positioning system GPS tracker anklets to monitor the terror accused people out on bail? So, which is it? Which is the state that has recently introduced a GPS tracker anklet to monitor the terror accused people out on bail? It is by Jammu and Kashmir, right? This is to maintain law and order. This device is already used in countries like USA, UK, South Africa, then Australia and New Zealand too. When was National Consumer Rights Day observed across India? National Consumer Rights Day. So 24th of December is observed as National Consumer Rights Day across India to raise awareness about the consumer rights and responsibilities. Correct? This will educate people about their rights like freedom of choice, access to information, etc. etc. Correct? So option 4th is right here. Next, tell me, recently, which state's police has launched mission investigation at the rate of 75 days? So mission investigation at the rate of 75 days, this was launched by which state police? Bihar police. Correct? Next, tell me, recently, what will be the new name of Ayodhya train station? Ayodhya train station will be renamed to what? So Ayodhya train station will be renamed to Ayodhya Dham. Ayodhya Dham. Right? And India recently signed an agreement with which country for student migration, student transfer, international students transfer, so that the cultures can help to boost the migration, and this exchange of students will help the boost in culture. So it was between India and Italy. Next, Good Governance Day was observed across India on 25th of December to mark the birth anniversary of which of the following Prime Ministers of India? So he was the 10th former Prime Minister of India. What is the name? Late Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Right option becomes option 2. 10th former Prime Minister of India, late Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. On his birth anniversary, we observe Good Governance Day. Right? And this year, 2023, it was the 10th edition of the Good Governance Day. Next, and one more thing. This in 2023, it was the 99th birth anniversary of late Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Next, India has recently made their first ever payment in rupees for crude oil purchase from dash country. So India, they recently made their payment in our own currency rupees to UAE, United Arab Emirates, and this was for the purchase of crude oil. This was for the purchase of crude oil. Correct? Next, name the minister that recently launched Jel Diwali, Water for Women, Women for Water. This is an awareness campaign that was launched under Amrit in partnership with National Urban Livelihood Mission. So who is that minister, or which is that ministry? Correct? Under which ministry this was launched? This was launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Right? Mark this. And here, which will be the knowledge partner for this campaign? Odisha Urban Academy. Odisha Urban Academy will be the knowledge partner for this particular campaign. Correct? That is Jal Diwali, Water for Women, Women for Water campaign. And it will be held from 7th, it was held from 7th to 9th of November in 2023. Name the ministry that has recently approved the Digital Advertisement Policy 2023 to enable and empower the Central Bureau of Communication. It is Ministry of IB, that is Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. They have approved Digital Advertisement Policy 2023 to enable and empower Central Bureau of Communication, that is the advertisement wing of the Government of India that operates under MIB, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, to conduct campaigns in the digital media space. Next, which country's Navy along with Indian Navy has recently conducted the 4th edition of the Bongo Saga 23 and the 5th edition of the Coordinated Patrol in the Northern Bay of Bengal? It is Bangladesh, right? Bangladesh Navy along with Indian Navy, they conducted the 4th edition of this exercise, that is Bongo Saga. That is Bongo Saga 23, and this is the 5th edition of CORPET Exercise in the Northern Bay of Bengal, right? Bongo Sagar, this exercise for the first time it was conducted in 2019, and CORPET, it is a part of this CORPET exercise, right, of India, Bangladesh Navy, Indian Navy and Bangladesh Navy CORPET exercise, that is Coordinated Patrol, and this was held for the first time in 2018. From there, Indian naval ship, which Indian naval ship took part in this Bongo Sagar? It is INS Kuthar. INS Kuthar took part in this exercise along with INS Kiltan. Which financial institution or regulatory body of India has recently signed an MOU with Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission, to promote women-led enterprises in India? So which is that financial institution? Name it. It will be Small Industries Development Bank of India, that is SIDBI, right? They have recently signed a memorandum of understanding with Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission, and it is to promote women-led enterprises in India. Correct? This MOU is for next 2 years. Next, which state has recently launched the Water Smart Kid campaign and initiative under the Jal Jeevan Mission? So which is the state that has launched this Water Smart Kid campaign that was launched under Jal Jeevan Mission? So which is that state? Tell me. It is Meghalaya, right? Meghalaya has launched Water Smart Kid campaign under Jal Jeevan Mission that will be focusing on educating children about water conservation and protection. In November, Ministry of Coal amended the Shakti policy to grant coal linkage for a minimum of dash months to a maximum of 1 year. So recently, Minister of Coal, correct, he amended this Shakti policy to grant coal linkage for a minimum of 3 years, for a minimum of 3 months to a maximum of 1 year. This Shakti, what is this? Shakti stands for Scheme for Harnessing and Allocating Koila. I repeat, Scheme for Harnessing and Allocating Koila transparently in India. This is Shakti policy, right? This will allow power plants, including the private generators without power purchase agreement to be granted coal linkage for a minimum of 3 months to 1 year. Coca-Cola, they expanded their partnership with ICC until dash year. So Coca-Cola, they have announced to extend their partnership with ICC for the next which year? Till which year? It will be till end of 2031. Correct? Next. Next, tell me if I ask you, Petro capital of India. Which is it? Petro capital of India. Gujarat is the petro capital of India. IIT Bombay, they tied up with which IIT to set up Bharat GPT? So, or we can say which organization it is? Reliance Jio, that has partnered with IIT Bombay to set up Bharat GPT. Next, Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari announced that the Government of India plans to introduce a GPS based toll collection system by dash year. So a GPS based toll collection system will be introduced by March 2024. Option 3 is absolutely right here. Right? So NHAI will be introducing this GPS based, that means on the basis of your location your toll tax will be deducted. Correct, by NHAI. Next, which country has recently announced its decision to withdraw from OPEC with effect from January 2024? So OPEC is your organization of the petroleum exporting countries, and recently it was Republic of Angola. They decided to exit from OPEC with effect from January 2024. Right? This was because of their delay in matching the targets that were established by OPEC. So as they were not able to match the quota, so they decided to exit from this OPEC. Next, in November, Indian government approved the investment worth $360 million in the IT hardware sector under the flagship manufacturing incentive scheme. I repeat, Indian government approved the investment worth $300 million or $360 million in the IT hardware sector under their flagship incentives scheme. Right? And they will be aiming to develop India's IT hardware manufacturing hub by 2026. Next, Department of Environment of Persons with Disabilities, that comes under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, has announced a dash interest rate rebate for Divyangan and receive a financial support through the National Divyangjan Finance Development Corporation. So how much percent interest rate rebate for Divyangan? So they will be getting an additional 1% rebate for the loan they will be taking through this. Right? Which bank or organization has recently signed a loan of 100 million US dollar with the government of India for India Tripura Urban and Tourism Development Project? It is Asian Development Bank, and they will be giving $100 million loan, and this will be for Tripura Urban and Tourism Development Project. Right? Take a note of this. This will be boosting tourism in Tripura. And now you can see similar something is happening with Lakshadweep Islands also, because of the ban by Ease My Trip on all the bookings and hotel bookings, air flights to Maldives. Most of the traffic will be now shifting to Lakshadweep, and also the post of Prime Minister Narendra Modi helped a lot in boosting the tourism in Lakshadweep. Union Minister of Finance Nirmala Sitharaman launched the Phase 4 of Dash operation by Indian Customs in collaboration with Regional Intelligence Liaison Officer, Asia Pacific and RILO Middle East to curb the illegal trade of timber, including red sand. So what is the name of that operation? It is Operation Shisha. This was launched by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and it was the Phase 4 of this operation, and it is basically to curb the illegal trade of timber, including the red centers. This Operation Shisha were earlier launched in 2015 initially, and this time in 2023 it was the phase 4 of this Operation Shisha launched by Nirmala Sitharaman. Next, Union Minister of Labour and Employment Bhupendra Yadav virtually inaugurated the Dash Foundation Day of the Employees Provident Fund Organization on 1st of November 2023. So, Union Minister of Law and Employment Bhupendra Yadav virtually inaugurated the 71st Foundation Day of EPFO, that was on 1st of November 2023. The event was held at Bharat Mandapam, that is in New Delhi. Next, also remember Bhavishya Nidhi Awards. Bhavishya Nidhi Awards. They were also presented during the 71st EPFO Foundation Day. In November, Innovations for Defense Acceleration, that is IDEX, under the Government of India and United States Department of Defense of the Government of USA organized which edition of India-US Defense Acceleration Ecosystem, that is Indus Investors Meet in New Delhi. So this was the first edition of this Indus X Investors Meet that was held in New Delhi between IDEX, that is Innovation for Defense Acceleration of India, and US DoD, that is United States Department of Defense of USA. Next, the Central Electricity Authority approved the detailed project reports of SJVN. SJVN is your Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited for Italian hydroelectric power and Atunil HEP in which state? This is in Andhra Pradesh state, right? For the Andhra Pradesh state. And the project cost of this Italian HEP was 32,813 crore rupees, correct? And for Atunil hydroelectric power project, the cost is 6,866 crore rupees. Right option here becomes option 2. Next is WHO and United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention. They jointly released the progress towards measles elimination worldwide, and this report was for 2000 to 2022. This report was released in November. Question asked is, in 2022 around dash lakh children in India missed their measles containing vaccine first dose. So almost 11 lakh children in India missed their measles containing vaccine first dose. So right option becomes option 4. Right, globally India is featured among the top 10 countries with the highest number of children who missed their first dose. Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare Dr. Mansukh Mandviya virtually launched MedTech Mitra, that is a strategic initiative to empower MedTech innovators and advance healthcare solutions. Which of the following government agencies, apex regulatory bodies have initiated the MedTech Mitra? So remember all these three of them, Niti Aayog, ICMR and Central Drug Standard Control Organization. All these three of them have recently initiated this MedTech Mitra that was launched by Dr. Mansukh Mandviya. What is the main aim of this MedTech Mitra? This aim is to boost development, fostering affordable and quality MedTech devices to the general public. Right, and we know that India's medtech sector is currently heavily dependent on the imports. So in order to shift this from import so that we can grow these technologies in our India only and to bring it under Make in India initiative, correct, this MedTech Mitra was launched. Next, India's Crypto Portfolio 2023 report released by CoinSwitch in December. Which Indian city has topped the India's crypto adoption in 2023? Remember, it is New Delhi. Right? It has topped India's Crypto Portfolio 2023 data released by CoinSwitch. Correct? Take a note of it. Here, it was around 8.8% of the total investment from India, followed by Bangalore on 8.3%, Mumbai 5.2%. Next, IRDAI is all set to launch India's first of its kind affordable insurance product covering risk against life, health and property, namely dash in the first quarter of 24-25. So tell me, IRDAI, they is set to launch the first of its kind affordable insurance product that will be covering this Life insurance, health insurance, and property insurance. What is the name of that insurance product? It is Bima Vistar. Right? Bima Vistar. And this will be launched in the first quarter of fiscal year 25. Next. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.